What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. It is me, Dushan. Welcome to my daily updates YouTube channel where I expose myself to the public while I'm scaling my agency towards 100K per month by the end of the year, or that is the goal. I know, I didn't upload in the past 3 days now. I've been just so busy with freaking fulfillment. Once again, that isn't really an excuse not to make videos. But apart from that, I also just wanted to kind of like relieve myself from work a bit, just because like fulfillment has been kind of it's been tough, to put it simply. It's been super fucking tough. But besides the point, like I still have to show up either way, with these videos, because it feels like I haven't done anything unless I'm I'm briefing you guys on what happened, which is kind of like a similar thing to how girls on IG post whatever bullshit and be like, oh, if I didn't post it, I haven't been there, or some shit like that. So I guess I should be like that as well with these kind of videos. And yeah, I mean, last week was solid. It's just that fulfillment was kind of killing me. Right before I was actually about to record this video, I did make some job listings, and I'm actively hiring new editors. Well, not new, because like the current ones are good. I just need more. That's the thing. I need more people on board. That's going to help me. Even today, I kind of wanted to jump in and just like, take care of some minor things like A-cuts for the editors, whatever. But then I figured like 100K per month version of me wouldn't do that. So I'm like pulling myself back from like these easy tasks that aren't giving me any sort of leverage at all. So in the end, I just outsourced it to one of my editors, just because it's easier for them. They can put their 100% focus on it, and they're helping the other editor and themselves as well. I just wanted to like make their lives a bit easier, but I need to make my life a bit easier as well. Something that like I don't think about too often is like my own time, which I should be careful with, by the way, and especially like with how we're moving at what pace. Yeah, I mean it's incredible. And now like looking at what I'm doing on a daily basis, and how many projects we're currently juggling, I'm kind of like, wow, this is awesome, this is cool. But at the same time, I don't really have that big of a leverage where like I can get like 10 clients immediately, because that's structurally just gonna break my business. But yeah, I mean, we're working to that point, and we need to put in a hell of a lot more work into it if we want to get to the point where we're making 100K a month. Now, from the last update, I kind of like scoped the entire agency workflow, like from the onboarding all the way to delivery. A couple of things that I had to take care of were the contracts and the onboarding form, which I did take care of, by the way. So that's neat. I do need to finalize the onboarding form though, so I didn't take care of it fully, but I did the outline, and I just have to be careful with it a bit, to ensure that all the pieces are connected properly, because in the future it's going to be more automated. So yeah, I just want to make sure that fundamentally it's set right. The contract thing is fixed. I went over the contract once again just to make sure like there aren't any discrepancies and everything is fine, everything is in place, and there won't be any issues with future clients on that part. Also for today, I did 13 pieces of outreach. Just kind of, it's a lot. But I need to get back to like, since I haven't, like I wasn't doing outreach this weekend and also on Friday, just because of the position I was put in with the fulfillment. I literally like put everything to the side and just, slam the outreach nonetheless. I'm not like super sure if it's perfect, by the way. But in the end, like it doesn't have to be. They just have to see the effort that we put in and the value that we gave them, which is kind of the whole point. Tomorrow I'll be sending another 10 because I sort of dialed in the workflow for that, and I think I kind of know what I'm gonna do with the outreach onwards. Besides that, we had a brief call with the client today. I planned the content for tomorrow as well. Did some quality control, assigned some new projects for editors. It's been quite a quiet day, from clients. They haven't really messaged us a lot. We did like message a bit, but there weren't any like problems that occurred, which is amazing. Went on some ideas as well, back and forth with clients. Gonna receive some videos from a client tomorrow that's been kind of slacking. I wouldn't say slacking, like I don't want to say anything against the client, but they just had some personal issues, I guess, and they just couldn't record any videos. So those are going to be taken care of. Tomorrow I have a call with my team. I was supposed to have it today, but I moved it to tomorrow just because I wanted to nail down the outreach, and then tomorrow is going to be quite busy. Also, one more super important thing that I should note: I've been to the gym today. After a really long hiatus, I haven't been properly working out for the past 6 months, I would say. I go to the gym and then kind of stop for 2 weeks and then go back. Even like I had a 30-day period where I went into the gym. I paid for the monthly subscription for it, I guess, and that was the last time that I went there until the second month where I paid again and then went like 3 times, I guess, which isn't ideal. But what happened now is I did a pretty solid workout and I hired a private training coach. One of my friends who is a certified coach is pretty cracked at fitness. We've been working out together before, by the way. And he's been in this for like the past 10 years, I would say. And when I was working out with him, because we lived in the same place, I guess like he is still there. I was in the best physical shape of my life. And I reached out to him being like, hey, can you help me out? I guess like, I know how to work out. I know everything about, what goes into training properly and all that stuff. But I just need like an accountability partner, and I'm going to pay you for that, obviously. And he said, yes, fuck it. So amazing. I got a coach now, and there's, another person who is like handing me the workouts and the meal plans. So I guess it's kind of unfortunate that I needed that in order to like get myself up from my chair and then go to the gym regardless of how much work I have. But in the end, like, it works. or we'll see. This was my first day of working out, because one thing that I noticed with myself is like I will never let other people be disappointed in me, but I will usually slack on my own words, I guess. So I have to speak out loud into the universe, kind of like what I'm doing with these videos, documenting the process. I mean, I would do the work nonetheless, but I just probably wouldn't have that kind of urgency at all if I didn't document things. So I guess like whatever works in the end. But let's go over the to-do list for tomorrow, because I prepped it before this call. So we're going to send outreach tomorrow. I found some good job listings on Upwork. Upwork is kind of cracked. I don't think a lot of people know that, because you're essentially competing against other freelancers that don't really have that good of a work. So you can position yourself as, being a top one in the entire application form on Upwork, and you will stand out 100%. Because like every job listing on Upwork that I ever applied to, like they always reply. Well, I mean, not always, but like 70 to 80% of the time. And I decided I'm gonna find some job listings, and I did find some good ones. And I just make sure that if I can see if they attach their link to their content or their personal brand, IG, whatever, I can then give them like a proper audit or like an introduction of myself and how we can help them get out of their current position. And besides that, seeing the budget that they have and if it's even worth it to apply, and if under the requirements they would be they would actually accept to work with an agency rather than an individual freelancer. So send outreach on Upwork, send 5 personalized pieces of outreach as well with Looms, and then write 2 YouTube scripts for myself. And then I'm going to go ahead and record those videos immediately. The scripts are just going to be outlines, by the way. I already have the hooks, but I just need to wrap up the outlines. Then I'll have a call with my team. I'm going to eat, and I'll go to the gym. Then I have 2 YouTube scripts that I have to take care of for one client, and then another 2 YouTube scripts that I have to take care of for another client. And then unfortunately, I have to edit a bit for another client, which is not ideal, but it's only because my editors are currently working on some other projects. And that is why I'm actively hiring people now, just because I've put myself in a position where we have so many projects, and the workload of my current editors is kind of low, and I should have predicted that by tracking their workloads, but it's my mistake, I guess. Then there is a clip that I have to take care of for that client, and then I'm gonna eat once again. I'm putting that on my to-do list because I haven't been eating properly for a while, and I haven't been sleeping properly for a while. And also, like, after this video is done, I'm gonna go into bed like immediately and kind of wind down. Then I'm gonna work on the SOPs, and I'm gonna finalize the onboarding form. And after all that is being taken care of, I will be fixing the VSL. So if you watched any of my videos, you know that we had this VSL situation where I made the VSL, went and recorded that video, and I gave it to, I hired an editor that is outside of my team. They didn't deliver, or they outsourced it to another editor, which is kind of funny. But then, I mean, that editor came from a trusted source from my ex-business partner. And I've seen, their stuff and like they've been killing it. But something happened with him, like they got too much work and then just outsourced my shit, which is, lesson learned, I guess. But then upon looking at the footage, the VSL had some issues just because like I wanted to take care of it so fast, because I literally scripted the video in one day, went and recorded it the next day, and then I just delegated it, and then I pressed pause. But the reason why I need this VSL is because the website is already done and I just haven't published it yet. There were some like minor revisions that we had to take care of during the weekend, but those are done now. So I just need to place the VSL. The VSL is also going to be like with presentations, or it's going to be a presentation type VSL until I make another one that is going to be like 4 minutes fully edited. But yeah, I mean, we're going to see the feedback from this VSL, and we're just going to A/B test it. But I would say that a lot of these things on my list don't really matter. I mean, they all matter, but like the top priority tasks on this list is outreach, both for Upwork and the personalized pieces of outreach that I'm sending. So I said 5 personalized outreach pieces, but then there's also like 6 job listings that I found on Upwork that are worth to apply to. So those are, that's in total 11. And then also record 2 YouTube videos. Recording these 2 YouTube videos should go easy. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said in one of my last videos, I tried to record like one of them and I just got interrupted by something that popped up on Slack, and I just couldn't continue any further. But yeah, I mean, that is my update. I don't really have anything else to say. Apart from I'm kind of getting sleepy. I guess the workout was kicking in. Had the right amount of nutrients today, which is also, it's kind of weird because I didn't eat properly in a while now, and I didn't train. I just felt like shit for the past month and a half, basically from when I started this challenge. And hopefully things will be better from now on, and I'll just make these briefs a lot earlier, because you might have noticed that I'm uploading them at like 3 a.m. But yeah, I want to get a good night's sleep, reset my sleeping rhythm, and wake up super early as well, because that didn't happen for a while, just because I was up all night or up until 4 a.m. But besides the point, I'm not gonna talk about any of that shit anymore. I'm gonna prep for sleep, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.